past 700,000. So the white people want to hear that killing evidence. They want to hear about that.
Yeah, no. Keeping it gangsta.
I was on the Daytona Strip when I saw this white guy in his SUV blasting Fabulous's Keeping It Gangsta. How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
All right. Hey, listen, man. Where you from?
I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
We're born and raised?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this your car?
I wish it was.
Are you fronting? Are you fronting like it's your car?
Yeah, I am fronting like it's my car, but no, it's my dad's.
How long you been listening to hip hop, man?
7, 8 years. I mean, since it started coming out in 91, 92, ever since then.
What is it that draws you to hip hop? You know what I mean?
What draws me to hip hop?
Yeah.
Just the pure emotion in the beats. I mean, I love the beats. I love every lyric that they spit. I mean, everything about it is just it's my style. I mean, you guys, colored people, can say that it's their music, but man, I can get down to it just as much as they can.
Who are you, man? Did you just say colored people?
I don't know what term do you want me to use? I'm trying to be. I'm not a racist at all. That's why I feel like I can come down here and just roll and I can have no problems. No one's gonna try to do anything at me. I mean, I'm just trying to have a good time down here.
I hear you, man.
It is something that's as put on as baggy jeans for white boys. It is as put on as a fitted baseball cap and a do-rag. That's all they get. That's all they're gonna be able to get and identify with. And I know you white boys. I seen you. You know, you are the guys who come up to me and ask me why I am the way I am. And if you don't understand, ain't no way I can tell you. There's no way I can tell you. It comes with this.
You know, I've never been to the hood. I've never been to a ghetto. I grew up in, upper middle class, basically white suburbia. We had a very small minority in our town, and that was it. And to listen to stuff like that is a way of us to see almost a different culture, well, a completely different culture. It's something that most of us have never had the opportunity to experience. I've never had to worry about drive-by shootings, and the stuff in the music, it appeals to our sense of learning about other cultures and wanting to know more about something that we'll never probably experience.
Does it reinforce stereotypes about black?
Oh yeah. It does. Especially if they talk about growing up poor and never having all this money, and then they come on MTV or VH1 with their large chains and their nice cars, and they sing a song about busting caps in people.
If you really want to know where this kind of, predatory black man comes from, look back at films like Birth of a Nation.
Birth of a Nation is hailed by critics as a cinematic breakthrough in a great American movie. But D.W. Griffith's blockbuster, made in 1915, spread fear and paranoia about black masculinity with its mean-spirited stereotypes of black men as lazy, untrustworthy, oversexed, and dangerous, particularly to white women, and gave rise to the Ku Klux Klan.
If the KKK was smart enough, they would have created gangster rap, because it's such a caricature of black masculinity, yet young people of color are being presented with this idea that somehow these people represent us and they're cool and they're gonna stand in for us against the white power structure, while they're completely subservient to that white power structure. It's really an ironic, sad reality.
I asked BET executive Stephen Hill about reinforcing stereotypes, but he just passed the buck.
Probably what probably should happen is you should look at the people who are actually making the videos. We are, in some ways, partly a video channel and play the videos that are given to us.
As an African-American man, how do you feel about what you see? I mean, do you? Okay. He just walked away without answering my question.
BET is the cancer of black manhood in the world because they've one-dimensionalized us and commodified us into being a one-trick image. We throwing money at the camera. We flashing, jewelry that can actually give a town in Africa water. We got $160 million contracts. Because we got happy niggas.
What do you think about that as artists, the ones who participate? Do you feel like you're reinforcing any stereotypes? Do y'all talk about that?
If they look a man in the eye, they think it's confrontation. Why? Because they can't answer. They can't answer to it. And it's almost like now, you talk about, and it ain't their fault. This is all systematic. It's all part of genocidally breaking things down to the point where people are going to follow a program that gets played out for them.
Do you ever feel that way as an artist? Do you feel like I'm doing what they want me to do, or you know, how do you feel about that?
I'm doing what I want to do. Like, they're compensating for it, and by me doing that, I'm gonna help my people out. I'm gonna get, you know what I'm saying? That's how I'm gonna get my people out. The niggas that's eating the most off me and 50 and all them, you're never gonna see them. They're in Kalamazoo somewhere with a bent up hat on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody get up. Yeah, the corporate guy. The guy the big man that, end of the day, stamped the check.
So white or black? White or black?
All scratch white.
Who's making the decisions about what people see? Who's making the decisions about what gets the multi-million-dollar contracts? And overwhelmingly, this is no great secret, overwhelmingly it's white men in suits who are making those decisions, and they're deciding, you know, this makes money, I'm gonna sell it. I don't care if it's hurting people. It's a business decision, right?
If that's the case, then of course, white record executives are not going to want to hear social critiques of white patriarchy or white supremacy and the like. And it may be the job of these black record executives to speak up and articulately.
It's only at the end of the day, it's only entertainment. Like, if nobody's going out shooting up, so be it. Like, Dice Clay, all of them niggas get up there and say incredible to Jerky Boys. They making millions. I'm just trying to feed my daughter.
The only thing that can turn the tide is black men. Before anybody says I'm a rapper, I tell them, first of all, yo, I'm a man.
Here it is, bam, and you say, damn, this is
a man tells his business situation like, we can't do that. We won't go there. We can't. It's a slap in the face to me and my constituency, my family, where I come from and all. That's a man. And that's what has been lacking in the music business and the film business, that we haven't had men represent black people.
Chuck D and I wrapped up our interview, but our conversation about the representations of masculinity in hip-hop continued. I headed back home to New York thinking about an American culture that mythologizes and mass-produces hyper-masculinity, teaching its boys that real men are tough, violent, control women, and cannot, under any circumstances, show weakness. Hip-hop, in that regard, is pure Americana. Hip-hop is trapped in a box.
How many of us are willing to step to the plate and say, you know what, this definition of manhood might not be the way to go anymore. You know, we need something different, something new.
As I drove up the highway, I listened to 50 Cent's The Massacre, a testosterone-filled, highly anticipated follow-up to his multi-platinum CD, Get Rich or Die Trying. I thought about the millions of boys and men across race, class, and culture who will undoubtedly connect with the hypermasculine themes on his CD. Those limited and ultimately self-defeating ideas about manhood that hurt men as well as women. I longed for a broader vision of manhood in the music I grew up with, the music that I love.
I'll beat you in your teeth if you got the beef. I roll the phantom leaf just like the chief. Oh yes, it's the one. Yes, it's the one. Yes, it's the one. They used to call him Tommy Gun. Roll like a Mac, and when I attack, I hit him back to back and roll the 4, 5, 6 and flip the as I flip this on different levels. Bang a headshot right to the freaking devil. I'm like Aaron Neville, yo, smooth if I'm doing R&B. You can't see me, yo, I'm coming off your TV on PBS. So yes, yes, I like to smoke the cess like the Buddha bless.
Visit the Independent Lens website to learn more about the history of hip-hop. Share your thoughts on the issues featured in the film in Talkback, online at pbs.org.